You ever walk into a place that should feel welcoming, but from the second you step inside, you know you don't belong? Yeah, that happened to Marcus. Not some random guy off the street. Marcus Wellington owns the entire mall he just walked into. But today, he's just a customer. Or at least, that's what he wants them to think. The afternoon sun glints off the marble floors of Meridian Mall as Marcus steps up to Prestige Boutique. You wouldn't peg him for some low-profile guy. His designer jeans and polo shirt quietly shout wealth like $3,000 suits, whispering secrets only real connoisseurs hear. But today, he's not here to flaunt. No, Marcus chose understated elegance on purpose. He wants to see his empire through someone else's eyes, the ones who aren't signing the lease, but just trying to shop. Through the boutique's glass, Marcus spots Caroline Hayes, the manager. She's watching him tracking him like a hawk, whispering to her sales associate, eyes sharp. Her message is clear: watch him closely. Marcus walks in with calm confidence, examining a $3,000 Italian suit like he's tasting fine wine, appreciating every stitch and thread. Then Hayes cuts through the calm like a knife, asking with fake sweetness, "Do you need directions to somewhere more affordable?" The boutique freezes. Phones come out. Security approaches reluctantly, but approaching nonetheless. Marcus keeps his cool. He knows this game being judged before a word's even spoken. Let me back up a sec. This wasn't just a random bad day. 1 hour earlier, Marcus pulls his midnight black Bentley into the reserved executive parking. The placard reads, Wellington Properties owner. Yeah, the guy who owns the mall himself. He's been hearing complaints, customers saying they're being treated differently, dismissed, even humiliated in his own stores. District managers brush it off as misunderstandings. Marcus doesn't buy it. So today, he's undercover, casual, but calculated, ready to see the truth with his own eyes. He walks through the mall, notices the atmosphere shift. Caroline Hayes flashes warm smiles to a white couple, popping champagne, ushering them into VIP fitting rooms. Minutes later, a young black professional asks about a suit. Hayes barely looks up, pointing him to a cramped corner without meeting his eyes. Everything's marked with prices, she says, like that explains away the cold shoulder. Marcus tightens his jaw. He quietly starts recording. This isn't poor service. This is discrimination in real time. Then an older black gentleman tries to return an item. Hayes stares suspiciously at the receipt, holds it up to the light like it's counterfeit. The man's shoulders slump under the weight of needless suspicion. I need to call corporate to verify this, she announces loud enough for everyone to hear. Marcus steps forward, calm but firm. Is there a problem here? He asks. Hayes looks up, eyes narrowing. And you are, she sneers. A concerned customer, Marcus replies evenly. Interested in your merchandise. She laughs sharp and cold like a warning. Marcus picks up a $5,000 jacket, running his fingers over the fabric, noting every detail, craftsmanship evident. Hayes flashes a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. That piece is $4,800. Do you have our store credit card? I don't need a credit card, Marcus says. I'll pay cash if I decide to buy. Suddenly, her smile fades. Cash. Store policy says we have to verify any large cash transactions. Marcus knows she's lying. He owns the place, knows the policies, but lets her play her part. You might be more comfortable at the department store downstairs, she says, voice dripping with condescension, positioning herself like a gatekeeper between him and the merchandise. Marcus pulls out a business card, Sterling Consulting. Hayes picks it up, studies it skeptically, then waves it off. Anyone can print cards. We need proof of income for people like you. People like me? Marcus's voice is calm, but steel sharp beneath it. You know what I mean, she replies, then calls over security. Situation developing, she says. Security arrives, uncomfortable, as other customers start filming. Marcus asks for the regional manager. Hayes scoffs. I handle difficult customers. And I'm saying a credit union might suit your needs better. Then, the moment Hayes stands up abruptly, chair scraping the floor. Empty your pockets, she demands, loud enough for everyone to hear. Marcus raises an eyebrow. Excuse me? We have strict policies about suspicious customers, Hayes says, chest puffed up. I need to verify you haven't taken anything. The boutique falls silent. Phone's out, recording every humiliating second. The accusation hangs heavy poison in the air. Security protests quietly, but Hayes snaps at him. Marcus slowly complies, pockets emptied on the counter wallet, Platinum American Express, Bentley keys. Hayes holds the cards up to the light, mutters about knockoffs. The young sales associate, Jenny, finally speaks up, voice shaking. Mind your own business or find another job. Hayes snaps back, dialing security, claiming fraudulent activity. Marcus stands in the center, surrounded by curious and sympathetic onlookers. The humiliation is complete, the owner of this empire reduced to a suspect in his own store. Outside, Marcus pulls out his phone, calls his assistant. Cancel everything today. We have a situation. A young woman who was recording approaches. I got all. That was unacceptable. Marcus nods. Would you share with my legal team? Absolutely. That racist needs to be exposed. Inside, Hayes brags about how she handled the situation. Jenny records it all, disgusted. Marcus and his team move fast, legal prep, security footage reviewed, complaints uncovered, 23 formal claims, 5 involving Hayes alone, all ignored. Social media erupts. Prestige boutique shame trends locally, then nationally. The next morning, Marcus returns, this time as a corporate compliance inspector. Hayes doesn't recognize him. He sits, listens as she proudly recounts security protocols and loss prevention. An elderly black couple walks in, Hayes immediately cold, demanding proof of income and credit checks before trying on anything. Marcus watches, documenting every discriminatory word and gesture. Hayes even whispers to him, "Some people don't understand boundaries." Marcus smiles. Quietly, Hayes is unknowingly signing her own professional death warrant. He schedules an emergency tenant meeting, invites media, civil rights leaders, executives. Hayes thinks it's just a routine policy update. She prepares a PowerPoint boasting about proactive customer assessment and risk management. Throughout the day, Hayes discriminates against others. A young Latino entrepreneur dismissed with a lie. We don't cater to your demographic. By afternoon, she's making racist jokes aloud. Jenny, the sales associate, approaches Marcus quietly. You're not really an inspector, are you? No, Marcus says coldly. But what she did was evil. By close of day, Marcus compiles a devastating portfolio: illegal discrimination, lost revenue, legal liabilities. Hayes remains blissfully unaware, practicing her speech for tomorrow. When the meeting begins, Marcus enters in a sharp suit, commanding attention. Hayes senses familiarity, but can't place him. Good morning. I'm Marcus Wellington, CEO, he announces, voice steady. And as of yesterday, I'm reviewing this establishment's practices. Hayes' smile fades as recognition hits like a tidal wave. I was discriminated against here, Marcus continues, profiled, accused, humiliated, all because of my skin color. He plays security footage. Hayes' words echo. We don't serve your kind here. Try the food court downstairs. Hayes tries to explain. I was following protocol. Marcus' eyebrow raises. Protocol to judge creditworthiness by race? Protocol to force customers to empty pockets based on skin color. He presents customer complaints, emails where Hayes boasts about keeping undesirables out, racist conversations recorded, ignored warnings. You cost this mall $1.8 million in lost business, Marcus declares. Hayes is speechless. Colleagues shift uncomfortably. The room hangs on Marcus' every word. MS. Hayes, he says, your actions are a symptom of a system that lets discrimination thrive. He announces her immediate termination for cause, citing violations of federal civil rights laws. Hayes collapses, the career she built crashing in an instant. Outside court months later, the media swarm. Hayes, once proud and powerful, now diminished, faces sentencing 2 years in federal prison, hefty fines, lifetime retail ban. Victims testify, customers, employees, security, all telling the story of systematic racism and courage silenced. The retail world changes. Policies overhaul. Mandatory bias training. Anonymous reporting, AI monitoring, new laws with bipartisan support. Marcus' story becomes a case study in ethical leadership, a symbol of how courage and preparation can fight injustice. Years later, Prestige Boutique reopens as Unity Fashion, a beacon of inclusion and respect. Jenny, once a silent witness, now general manager. Rodriguez, former security guard, leads customer relations. Hayes lives quietly, estranged and broken, while Marcus travels the world speaking on justice and systemic change. He tells a reporter, "I didn't choose to be a symbol. I just shopped in my own store. Caroline Hayes made me one." The legacy? A revolution that goes beyond one store, one manager, a movement that insists dignity is not negotiable and discrimination costs everything. So, I ask you, have you ever been judged before you spoke? Treated unfairly because of how you look? Share your story, because the fight for justice isn't over and every voice counts.